Hey everybody, it says we are live, so I guess we are, and I'm sitting downstairs in my living room with the twinkle lights on, and so the lights are dim, and there's somebody. Hey there. I don't have my reading glasses. Hey Karen. This is my twinkle light room right now, and Chipper is right here next to me. You can probably barely see him in this lighting. Hey Kevin. Hey Mary. Hey everybody. I just couldn't stay away from you. Sira, greetings. Such an interesting life, isn't it? Hey Kim. Hey Karen. Betty Space Weather. Hey there, Betty Space Weather. That's your actual name, huh? On Facebook anyway. My goodness. Is that what your page is about, Betty? Hello, Brandy and Gabby. Good evening, Mary. Oh my goodness, I can't catch everybody here. Hello to you, Sira. Natasha. Hey girl. It is cozy. I wish you could see Chipper, but he just kind of is blending in right next to me. He's sitting right beside me. I doubt you can see much there, but there he is. Hello, Diane from Michigan. Hey, Jody. Flavia Lee from Taiwan. Wow, our global tribe is here. Starting to come on. Cool. Betty, you do moon watching. That sounds interesting. You have to check that out some more. Yeah, the humidity is impressive here too, Brandy. It's like stepping out into a shower room. Really hot and steamy. My glasses totally fog over when I walk outside. Hey, Joyce and Tim. Patty from Seattle. She says, love you, our fearless leader. Kisses. Back at you, Patty. Thank you. That's cute. Yeah, Brandy. Sauna. Pure natural. You're right. That's what it's like out here. Hey, Betsy. Tell Finley I said hey. Yes, here we are. Good evening, Kelly. It is now 11:19 here. I'm in the Eastern Standard. Whoa! I just dropped you all. Sorry about that. Eastern Standard Time. That's my front porch that's lit up out there. I keep it lit because my outdoor feral cat, which is the grandmother of my two cats, is out on the front porch usually in the evening. And of course there's a parade of raccoons and possums that come in. So I keep an eye on them and enjoy them. Queensland, Judy. Okay. You in Thailand are the farthest away so far, from me anyway. Jen says, is it possible that too much energy can cause skin problems? You mean the kind of energy like from solar energy or the Schumann resonance type energy? Anything is possible, just about. But yes, we have some people who have seem to have skin reactions to, when the energies are high. But right now, we really don't know whether the energies are that high. I don't trust the charts that we can see. We can't see too much. And let me go ahead and, hey everybody. I want to say hi to everyone, but I need to get Karen Schofield Littlefield. For real? Is that your real name, Karen? Schofield is very notable to have 2 fields in your name. That's unusual. And Littlefield was the last name of my beloved mentor from Maine. So I'd love to hear the story on your handle there. Listening but having to stretch. Bright light sets the mood, Brandy says. Listening but having to stretch. You're having trouble hearing me? Or is it because you can't see me real well? I'm not sure. I'm doing well, Steve. Thank you for asking. Hello, Holly from Santa Fe. That's someplace I'd like to go visit sometime. I hear it's extremely artsy. And of course, I'm a professional artist. Hey, RG. Yeah. Hey. That's a good point. Bortasia Soul being sun, I guess, says, Jen, yes, intense energy can cause things to surface, causing skin issues. Good point. Arlen from Puerto Rico. Greetings. Greetings. I am from Southeast United States. I live in, I don't say it very often, I live in Tennessee. Out in the boonies, way out in the country, in the mountains. Hello from Florida. Hey, Melissa. Nope, not Carolinas, Brandy. But close, very close. I can be in North Carolina in about an hour. I could be in Georgia in about an hour. I live where I can be in a lot of places pretty quickly. Okay. I need to quit talking to everybody before you all get bored with me. Totally bored with me anyway. Chipper, would you like to stir yourself and say anything to anyone? Here, let me see if you can see him. Can you see him at all? He's all curled up right next to me. Oh, he woke up, lifted his head. I don't know if you can see him. I'm lit up because of the screen on my iPad. And that's the only lighting I've got. The twinkle lights in the room do not make a whole lot of light. It's kind of like candle light. And it looks darker in the video than it actually is here, or in the image. Let's take a look and see what's happening with the energies. Let me bring my iPad down here. Oh, that's a lot brighter, isn't it? Okay. This is what we call the alternative charts. As you can see, Cumiana, Italy is what we're looking at here. And there's a lot of activity, but nothing totally outstanding. And here's another Cumiana chart. and it's totally like nothing is happening. There's hardly anything even here. The geophone is showing activity, but it's very low. And we'll just move through the charts. There's plenty of activity, but nothing. This one is frozen, like the Russian Schumann. This is stuck on the 28th. And this is stuck on the 28th. And this one too. And this one also. And this one. You say, well, what happened on the 28th? Good question. Apparently it stopped, and this is 28th, before we got to see it. Now here we are seeing August the 1st. So where this chart comes from is already August the 1st. It's not here. It's 11:26 here. We're still on the 31st. Look at these anomalies. Do you see it? Look at these time signatures. They're a scrambled mess. Oh, Adriano, thank you. Sent me 20 stars. Thank you. For those of you who don't know about stars, 1 star equals like 1 cent or 1 penny. So, Adriano, thank you. I really appreciate it. She sent me, or he sent me, I'm not sure, Adriano. Pardon me, I don't know which to say there. I shouldn't have said one way or the other. Sent me 20 cents. So thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. You all, when you send me stars, it really adds up, and I appreciate it. Look at the time signatures here. 1554, and then oddly it goes back to 1653, then to 1540, and then 1600. That's nuts. And going over here, you see it's going back and forth, so we're dealing with some time anomalies that are showing up on these charts. Plus, we have other anomaly things happening. Crazy looking signatures. And look here, we almost have the trees. Not quite, but we may have trees soon. Those of you who've been watching this know what I mean. This tends to be trees reflected, like pine trees. You have to look really hard, like cedar-shaped trees with a red divider area, like all grouped together, but they're just barely looking like trees at all at this point. But when we see those, it tends to be just sort of like a positive sign. So we see lots of activity, but we're seeing more scrambled time signatures and crazy anomaly stuff. Can you see the numbers? You barely see them because it's all scrunched together. I don't know if this is showing compressed time in that glitchy behavior or what, but this is all we have to work with right now. And a lot of these charts are not really showing us a lot. Here we have more strange signatures. Look at that. Looks as if it's numbers or symbols. You see it? Ha! Almost like the binary code. Oh, there's a face. Can you see it? Like the face of a person with their mouth open. There's all kinds of interesting things in there. And it's down in here also. Don't know what to make of that. This one's got some strange things too. Okay, we'll back it off a bit. And back this down. We have a lot of energy signatures cutting across there, but nothing that's really telling us a whole lot. Okay, hold on and let me come over here and let's take a look. Nope, we don't. Well, since we are there, maybe we are going to take a look at this. Pardon me for the lighting, it's not very flattering. Okay, I just wanted to visit with you, and I'm sitting down here in my twinkle light atmosphere. I like that. I like the soft lighting. I just soon not have bright lights when I'm just hanging out. Let's watch and see what's happening with the geospace magnetosphere models here. This is velocity, and across the bottom there's a slider. See that right there? This covers about a 3-hour period. The most intense here is blue. We are having a lot of blue. Maybe we have found something that's showing us what's really happening. I think it was a good accident that I just happened to push this and pull it up. For those of you who are new to this, let's see if I can find a pointer around here. It's been kind of rearranged right around my seat here. Let's use this pencil. Okay. Pardon me. See if I can hold this still. And let's bring it in a little bit. Well, doggone it. There we go. Okay. This right here is the shields. The bow shock, the bow shock. Over this way is the sun, way out that way. So the bow shock, or the shields of the earth, are supposed to protect us from the incoming energies. That's earth. White side, black side, that's day side, night side. And this is the magnetosphere, which looks like a big tadpole, sort of. It has this shape here, and then it goes way over this direction past where you can't see, and has a long, narrow tail to it. Boom. That was right now. Let's back up a little so you can see both sides. And you can see the slider at the bottom. We're about halfway across here now. And now remember, blue is the most intense. We got a lot here. There is a whole lot of activity and velocity. This is velocity. Wow, look at all of it. Let's go back and look here towards, this is towards now. Right about here is now, and look. Wow, something is going on. This is showing us, and this is density. Once again, most intense is blue. White is the least intense density. You can see the shields very clearly. Earth right here. The slider coming across. We're coming up on about now here. Lots of activity for the charts to be showing. A blessed lot of nothing. How about that? I think we may be seeing some misrepresentation. Did I say that? I did, and I mean it. I think we may be seeing misrepresentation on the charts. These are not the charts that I'm talking about. There is something going on for this to look this powerful, to have the density hitting us like this, and how quickly it's moving in, which implies we have fast solar wind hitting us. And yet, when I show you the charts, they're showing virtually nothing. Look at that. That is just continually slamming into our bow shock, our shields, and just flopping this thing around like crazy. All right, it's at about halfway across. Look at it, just blew the whole magnetosphere backwards, the shields. Okay, and so we're about here now, so we're getting whacked. All right, let's come down here and take a look. This is, oops. Come on. This is pressure. Under pressure. Okay. There we go. There's the Earth. Wow. Red is the most intense. There is definitely something going on, a lot more than the charts are showing. Let's look again. This is the last little bit here. Looks like the burning, flying, fiery phoenix. And we're about now, right here. Let's watch that again. Watch it hit. Oh, it started over totally. Look at all the red around us. But watch it hitting the shields in a moment. There. Look at all that. That is not the most intense we've ever seen by any means, but it's a lot more than I see any evidence of any energies. Actually, we haven't seen any for days that was notable. All right, it's coming across. We ought to see the shield light up very soon. There. Boom. Something is hitting. And wham. Okay. How about that? Often when everything else is not showing us, we can see it on the magnetosphere. And so we have tonight. How about that? Angela says the age of Aquarius is unfolding. The earth herself is now following us through the eye of the needle. I'm familiar with the biblical term eye of the needle, but you must be talking about something astrological. I have not heard that before. That's interesting. Can you all tell I've lost some weight? I've dropped about 9 pounds in the last week. I'm doing a strict keto diet. Okay. And of course that takes your appetite way down, so you don't tend to eat much. Let me look. Plus I'm eating all just ketogenic food. I'm probably getting a maximum of 10, maybe less carbs a day. Okay, here we go. Here we find the Russian Schumann resonance charts, and they are still frozen. This is the same scene we have been seeing now for about 2.5 days. Still not moved. None of this has, but this at the bottom, the electromagnetic background level chart has been moving. And we have seen these little tiny spiking signatures. This one is a blue spike. Same color as the background, and it's very clean and continues all the way through. This one's like this really fine hairline of white. And I posted about this, which seems to be almost like a sliver type opening, maybe in the matrix. And this was the same sort of thing. And this is just my opinion, what I feel I heard when I was sitting and listening to the spirit one day. I believe these are like hatches or openings that open very lightly and thin, where people who perhaps have decided they don't want to stay here any longer to proceed through the things that we're experiencing have the opportunity to leave. So when we see these, often we hear of many people leaving Earth, going to the other dimensions, however you believe about that. So, the Russian Schumann resonance is still frozen. And it's been solid frozen for like I say, about, gosh, it's hard to remember, all day today and yesterday, I think, and into probably the day before I even noticed it yesterday. And thank you, Carolyn. Tell us what you're eating exactly. Not what you would consider real healthy food. My focus right now is to lose weight. So I muscle test everything to see what my body will go for. So I've been eating things like Scottish aged cheddar cheese. Not huge amounts, just slices that I've cut off. And I eat that, and then along with it, this is gonna sound crazy. Along with it, I had chopped up tomato, which has virtually no carbs in it, but some. Fresh tomato. And then I had a beef stick. Yeah, I know, shocking. But I need a lot of salt and a lot of electrolytes as I'm doing this. And that works for me at this point. And like I say, I'm muscle testing everything. So the cheese and the Scottish cheese, because it's not made from the kind of mutated milk we have in America. It's a better type of cheese. And then the beef stick, just one. And I eat all this slowly, just kind of munch on it like a snack. And then I have some of the Lily's dark chocolate chips that you can buy in a bag. And I'll put, like, I guess the way to describe it would be like a level tablespoon of them. Not much at all, just enough to kind of give you that nice chocolatey taste. And that is a full meal for me right now. That's the way I'm eating. And not eating a lot, drinking a whole lot of water, drinking purified water and spring water, as well as alkaline water, and drinking lots of it. And I'm putting lemon juice into some of the water I'm drinking with a little liquid stevia in it to sweeten it. And let's see, what else have I eaten? I fixed myself some stew. And I'm not usually a big meat eater, but because of the type of diet, I am eating more protein. But mostly fat, which is the goal. Fat is really going to work for you better on keto than protein. But I fixed a stew with ground beef, onions, and tomatoes, and a lot of spices. And so I'm eating that also. I'll have like 3/4 of a cup, and that's a meal for me. And lots of water. Also did make myself what they call keto fat bombs. And when I first heard of keto back, like, I don't know, 2011 or 12, after I moved here to this house, I went whole hog, no pun intended, into it. I don't eat pork. I'm not a pork eater. But I do sometimes eat bacon. That's true. But I, at that time, learned how to make keto fat bombs, which are made of coconut oil, grass-fed butter, cocoa powder, unsweetened, and use those Lily chocolate chips that are dark chocolate with no sugar added, and vanilla extract, and what else do we put in it? Sometimes I put a little heavy cream in it, just a tad. And then you pour this into ice cube trays. And I have the kind that's silicone, so you can pop them out with plastic. I also have just some plastic ones. And you pour this mixture into that, put it in the freezer, and it's like chocolate. You can also put cream cheese in it if you like. That's basically it. I have been eating as strictly as possible on this. Like, cottage cheese has more carbs in it than just eating a straight cheese. There are many variations. I did have stuffed peppers way back early, about a week ago. So peppers had some carbs, but not a lot. That's basically what I'm eating. So it's just a really strict keto diet. And I just wanted to drop weight fast. And so I've dropped about 9 pounds, which is pretty darn good. And of course, most of it is, they say, going to be water weight. But that's all right. And Lee Marie says I can't get goat's milk in the Midwest. Really? When I used to use goat's milk, I got it at Walmart. They carried it at Walmart. Surely you have some Walmarts, but they don't carry it evidently, huh? How about that? I am not Anita, I don't tolerate eggs, which is kind of odd. I can handle dairy products mostly, but eggs, there's a particular thing in eggs that I don't process well. I can eat them mixed in with stuff. Once in a while I will eat an egg, but it's very, very rare. So yeah, I have a very sensitive system. Like all of me, super sensitive, and you all can probably relate to that to some degree. So as far as the energies, clearly there's more happening than the charts are showing us. So while we're at it, let's just go ahead and go over and look at space weather live.com, and I'll show you what it's showing. And here we go. Put my glasses back on. Okay, and I'm gonna have to zoom in because it doesn't want to focus if I go. Come on, work with me. Space weather live. Currently, there's no noteworthy space weather. That's what they're saying. That's what they've said for the last 3 days. So let's come over here. Chipper is shifting on me. Here, see if you can see him now. Look at that cute little boy. That's his head, his nose, his profile, all curled up next to me. Okay, so this has been showing a lot of nothing impressive for days, and I really do wonder what's going on. Here we're not even up to a 3 kp index. It's showing this is where the aurora is, way, way north, way, way south. And not real outstanding. Nothing here is outstanding. The solar wind, it's only showing it at 448.7 kilometers per second. And we saw, and this has not been outstanding recently, but it was for a while there. We saw how hard the solar wind was hitting Earth when we were looking at the geospace magnetosphere models. Nothing happening here. Density has a yellow edge on it, but that's not very high. The interplanetary magnetic field, nothing outstanding. And we are in the north on the BZ right now, which means we should not be feeling it very much. Here is the moon phase. That's all it's showing. Nothing outstanding. We have this tiny little coronal hole, which could shoot a little solar wind at us, but we should not have it arriving at Earth anytime soon. It should take it 2 to 3, maybe 4 days, depending on the speed of the solar wind. We don't have any outstanding activity, according to this. Everything is staying in the C range on the solar flares. It looks like there's a lot of activity on the sun to me. When you look at this, that looks like it should be notable, but they're saying it's not. I don't know. There's just a lot of activity there. There are about the usual amount of sunspots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A little less, maybe, than we see sometimes. We don't have any radiation that's notable showing up. Okay, let's come up here and let's go look at the next level more data. And we'll back off here, and you can see it's been very bland. Everything has been C level or even B level on the solar flares. Not outstanding. Moving on down here. And here is the activity where the sun is shining. Background is black. Next level is purple, then blue, then cerulean type blue, and we're not seeing that anywhere. It's just the purple and the blue. So this is just showing where the sun is shining on the Earth. And here's our flat map of the globe. So it's just not showing any real significant activity. We can take a quick look at, oh, that's interesting. Look what it's showing here. And yet it's telling us nothing is happening. Interesting. Let's take a look quickly and see what's happening here. Let's look at the thumbnails. And this is the sun, by the way. This white circle is the sun. This is a photograph of the sun and its surrounding space. Its yard, so to speak, from a satellite. That's a lot of halo activity, in my opinion. Like there could be something exploding off the back of the sun to create that halo, but it's not registering to us. But it certainly can affect some of us. And that's it. Nothing really notable. Have some funny little squiggles in there, but nothing that jumps out. Okay, then we come back up here. Let's go back to Space Weather Live, and we'll go, and once again, no noteworthy space weather. And yet, you saw what we saw when we were looking at the, let me go back and let's take a gander at it. Look at the geospace magnetosphere cut planes models. And they're pretty outstanding. And I will show you in a moment. Hang on. Pull it down here so I can view it a little better. Okay. There's the slider. This covers about 3 hours of time. This is the most recent over here. And it actually prognosticates a little bit into the future with AI. This is Earth in the center, day side, night side. We are Now here's the slider. Look at all this. Blue is the most intense. And look at all the stuff hitting the shields. These are the shields. That is a whole lot of activity for there to be nothing showing over the last few days that's notable having to do with space weather. You know, granted, what is arriving here at our yard is something that probably occurred a few days ago. Look at that. This is velocity, and it's notable. So this is right here. It's all around us. These are the shields. The sun is over this way, off the screen. Or whatever's coming from the sun and other areas in space is hitting the shields. And you can see it coming through like vertical waves. Boom. You saw it pass blue. Look at that blue. You saw it pass all the way through the shields. Look at that. Whoosh. And that's right about now. It's a lot of activity for such a deadbeat chart in the other charts. This is density. The most intense is blue. The least is white. Look, it just blows the thing back. The energies hitting the shields can just lay them back like that. Okay, it started itself again. Watching. There's the slider right there. And something hits there. Look at it. Oh, and it reset itself. I'm not going to let it do that. Let's go back where we were. Coming up on about now. Boom. There is a lot going on there. Let's take a look at pressure. And the most intense on this one is red, orange, yellow, baby blue to dark blue. Dark blue is the background. So the most intense is red. Here's our slider. Let's let it begin again. All right. And once again, this is sun, the moon. What am I saying? That's Earth right in the middle. Okay, we should see something hitting. Boom. Look at all the red. We got the flaming phoenix look. And now it hits some more. Wow, that was all right about now. Let's watch it again. This one seems to be moving really fast. Keep watching, and we get a hit somewhere right in here. Boom. It lights the thing up. We got more red around us. And there's a big boom there that floats it out. Just takes the shields and kind of whacks it, and then boom, see it? That's quite a bit of activity for the very little bit of activity that the charts are showing us. What does it mean? What does it mean? Well, it's kind of up for grabs. I would say it means that more is happening than we're able to see from the regular charts. Because I showed you the charts. And that's just not a lot happening there. And yet this is showing us a different story, isn't it? Definitely a different story. So, there it is. That's our update. And once again, we are the best instruments for measurement in the world. We can feel the stuff coming in. We can sense it. And even though the charts may be showing very little, there's more happening than meets the eye. So, I just wanted to come visit with you all. I miss you. And when we don't have a lot of exciting weather, I don't get to see you very often. So I just thought I would come and say hi, and I really did not realize what I was going to run into here. I didn't know we were going to see some pretty cool stuff, but we did. So here's the other thing I want us to do. Let's see. Let's do, this is one of the main things I wanted to do, and I'll tell you why. If you're having unpleasant symptoms, this is one of the best things you can do for yourself. Make sure you're wearing your stuff. Wear your scalar energy devices, the jewelry, bracelets, shungite, whatever you have, wear it. If you're having any kind of difficulty, I wear it all the time. If you have some orgonite, and if you don't have some of these things, you can come visit our online shop and pick some up. But one of the best things we can do right now is do the heart-brain coherence meditation. And that is powerful. It not only gives incredible relief for symptoms and such, but it's revelatory. It brings that coherence between the heart and the brain, and it helps us rise up higher. So let's do it together, shall we? And it only takes 3 minutes, and we also have awesome, amazing experiences together when we do this. We never know what's going to happen. It's a beautiful fellowship. It only takes 3 minutes, and we call it a meditation. Don't freak out if you come from a traditional background that freaks out over the word meditation. It will not conflict with any of your religious beliefs or anything. Basically, let's do it. Go ahead and do it. You may feel bliss, you may feel peace, you may find that your heart that's been kind of flip-flopping around is steady at the end of this. You may find a lot of your symptoms are better. Anxiety, if you're dealing with that, may be gone in 3 minutes. So take your hand, touch your heart area. Bring your attention right here. Now I want you to imagine you're breathing in and out from the heart area, not just from your nose and your mouth. From the heart area. This will bring your attention here, and it activates the heart torus field, the energy field. This is not as active as this in our world. Your brain is always on gear. So you touch this part, your heart area. Imagine you're breathing in and out from the heart. Let's do it right now. Just take a breath and imagine it's going in. And you're exhaling out from that area. Then think of something you're really grateful for, something that touches or can touch your heart. You may think of your fur babies, this tribe, how we know we're not alone when we gather here, or maybe your family. Whatever you're grateful for, get that in your mind right now. I always think of the day of my spiritual awakening. And then as you're doing this, and as you think about the gratitude, I always say thank you. And I think about it, and I let myself feel it if it comes. And that's all there is to it. Touching the heart area, imagine breathing in and out from the heart, and thinking of something you're really grateful for, thankful for. And only takes 3 minutes. And let us begin now. And I will watch the time. I'll let you know when the 3 minutes is up. Don't worry about it. already. I feel you all out there. I feel the peace. The love. Bliss. The chills just running all over me right now. Thank you. Just a little bit longer. Woo! Wow. Okay. Our 3 minutes is up. It's always different every time. And I'd love for you all to share if you felt something, if you sensed something, if you got healing, relief from symptoms, you felt the peace and the love, a little bliss maybe, or you sensed your connectedness to Source and to us. I'd love to hear about it. Wow. Definitely feeling the bliss here. Chipper always loves our meditations. He's been here the whole time. Often he will show up because it's obvious he can feel this. I love you all. I will check in on your comments as much as I can tonight. And I love you. I care about you. We're all in this together. We're not alone. And we have angelic intervention assisting us. And love, Source, Prime Creator, God, Spirit, whatever you want to say, is for us and loves us. And we're going to be all right. And remember, we're not going through all this for nothing. We're going someplace really good. 5D, New Earth, so many things. The new era, the shifting that is taking place is because what is old must be stirred and shaken often. And we've never been here before. It's very exciting. Very exciting. Just hold that high frequency of divine, unconditional love. And for those of you who, one woman wrote that the highest frequency is not love, it's authenticity. Well, let me share something with you. You cannot vibe in the high frequency of genuine, divine, unconditional love without being authentic. Can't. It all goes together, and it is high frequency. So I love you all. Hang in there. You all are the best. You're the most beautiful, peaceful, loving people I know of on social media. Your kindness to me and to one another is absolutely beautiful. Brings back confidence in humanity. You are a rare group of people, and I do love you, and I'm going to wish you a good night. Chipper, you can see him. Chipper is very snoozy right now, but I'm sure he would send his love also, and sugar. So good night. Mwah. Much love to you all.